What's the deal, family? Welcome back. Sips of Success podcast. I'm Cameron, and this is my beautiful wife, Erin.
Hey.
How's it going today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Do you want to say what actually happened?
Sure.
Poor thing.
All right. So, you see, we have our drink of today's episode and
Our sip
of today's episode. And I was recording like a tutorial because I said I would start doing that for each episode. And yeah, the memory card for the camera downstairs ran out and I didn't even realize. I made a whole video and the whole time it wasn't recording.
Yeah.
It like timed out pretty much immediately and I had no idea.
Yeah, and then earlier today he was recording other videos and just wasn't recording.
Yeah.
So.
But otherwise we had another, pretty decent day. You vlogged today. So
I did.
We were able to take some pictures and stuff like that.
Yes. So what are we sipping on?
We are sipping on Berry Basil Coolers. This is a mocktail. So today in Michigan, it was like 70 degrees. And
Wild for February.
For February, it's crazy. So instead of like a little alcohol, we was like, let's drink something refreshing. So
yeah.
It's always
and it's
better.
the middle of the week, so
yeah,
like,
it's just no one's turned up.
Yeah, no.
But cheers.
Cheers. So what's in this?
That's good.
Mm-hmm. It's
That's
really good.
Yeah. That's good for sure.
What's in it?
You got strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, basil leaves, and lemonade.
And club soda.
Oh, yeah, and this top was club soda.
Lovely.
Yeah, so.
All right. This or that. We are talking about love being blind today. So, in light of that, this or that, would you rather marry someone sight unseen, but you know them emotionally? Like you've talked on the phone to them, maybe you've communicated with them extensively, like Love is Blind. Or would you rather have an arranged marriage where you've never talked to the person before, however, you do know what they look like?
Dang, that's
so you either know what they look like, but never talk to them, don't have any emotional connection, or you have an emotional connection and have no idea what they look like, and you have to marry this person.
Is the girl that you're is the girl or guy that you're I guess being arranged with, are they like attractive? Or?
Yeah, they're attractive.
Okay.
Physically attractive. They're arranged by people that you may trust. Whereas the other one is someone that you deeply are emotionally connected to, but you have no idea what they look like.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet on the people that I trust. I ain't going in those pods.
You don't trust yourself?
In a pod?
I'm saying, like, it might not be the circumstance of exactly Love is Blind, but yes,
what other way
in
would
some
it be?
way that you can't see the person.
Yeah, that's the only way I can.
Maybe they're in like, I don't know.
Aaron, but like, listen, how would they be somewhere and I don't?
Okay, they're in the pod.
Yeah, because I'm like, I would have.
But
seen
you
them
have to marry the
something.
person. But whereas on Love is Blind, you don't. You don't have to marry the person.
Oh, you saying so? Their range, you have to marry.
Both of them, you have to marry.
Oh, okay. So I'm
you would do the
I'm
arranged.
sticking with my answer.
Okay. Huh. I don't know. That's so hard.
Hey.
It wasn't hard for you?
No.
If I could pick who was arranging, then I would do that too. But I don't know, because sometimes people think, like, people have different levels of attraction. So, like, what maybe one of my friends think is attractive is not my type. You know what I mean?
So arranged usually means like maybe your parents.
Yeah.
Nah,
typically your parents or like your close family or maybe close
I can
friends.
confidently say I don't think my dad will let me down like that. So I'm pretty sure he, at the very least, he knows what somebody
See, I feel like looks for a man versus looks for a woman are different.
Yeah.
So honestly, we might be different on this one. Maybe I would actually go with the person I'm more emotionally drawn
Hey,
to.
well, we split on
And
that.
take the risk of the attraction, the physical attraction.
Okay.
I don't know. That's hard. That was a hard one. I would prefer neither.
I mean, duh.
But I mean, yeah. But if I had to pick, I probably would trust myself more than I trust other people to arrange me with the right person. Because you think about when, like, maybe you was younger and your mom or your family would be like, oh, I got a nice young lady for you to date, or I got a nice young man. And you'd be like,
well, that's what I'm saying.
You
though.
ain't
like,
really hitting on nothing.
Well, that's what I thought that's what you were going to say. But if I had to trust, and like for arranged, it usually means your parents. And I'm going based on like in my adult years. I'm not talking about prom and junior prom and that little girl cute.
Yeah. I went to 5 proms because
everybody.
Oh, yes. I'm like, bro, I do not want to go. Stop trying to hook me up with somebody.
But I think that's also a challenge for girls more than it is guys.
Yeah.
Guys can say no. Like, yeah. Guys is like, no, mom, stop. Just leave it alone.
Jesus.
Girls is like, okay, mom. Sure. I'll be nice. Especially you really nice.
No, I'm not. I was very reluctant.
You went on 5.
I know.
Reluctant or not, you went on 5.
I was pretty nice. But anyway. Okay, so today we are talking about, is love actually blind? And kind of just the role that physical attraction plays in a relationship.
Okay.
So we watched Love is Blind. Cameron more reluctantly because, not reluctantly. He'll watch it with me, but it's not something he would turn on.
At first it was definitely like, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
Now it's kind of like, conversation starters or whatever.
Yeah, so you like Love is Blind.
Okay, so yesterday.
I said, what did I ask you?
Aaron said, what was the other shows?
I said, do you like Love is Blind better than Married at First Sight?
I said, yeah, I would choose that one.
And then I said, do you like Love is Blind better than The Trust, which also isn't a love show, but...
What's The Trust?
The one I was just watching.
Oh, that was you watching?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
And do you like Love is Blind better than The Bachelor?
Yeah.
So you like Love is Blind?
No, that's girl math. That's me just saying, comparing this.
That is the
that's
truth.
Me comparing
it's not girl math.
one to the other. The truth is that I like it better than those other idiotic shows.
It sounds like you like it. That's what it sounds like.
No, but to me, I'm telling you that I like it better than the other dumb show.
Oh my
That's
God.
the difference.
Well, moral of the story is, what do you think, where do you think physical attraction falls on the level of importance when it comes to being attracted to someone?
I think it's very, very high.
Okay.
And I say that with the most respect ever. I think people try to say looks don't matter. Looks matter. I just feel like if forget all this pot stuff and that arranged mess you was talking about, and I know that people have to deal with that, but obviously I didn't have to. But like, if seeing a girl out, that's the first step. You don't know nothing that they can provide in terms of emotional, personality, attitude. You betting on her based on how she looks.
Right.
So it starts there.
Yeah.
Now everybody may have a ideal or definition of what attractive is to them, but definitely that I don't care what the person looks like. It's whatever is attractive to you. It probably gets you in the door.
What about people who say it didn't start there for me?
Hey, well,
like
I can't relate.
What if there is somebody that you maybe went to school with them,
okay,
and you guys are like this person is like very smart, like has great banter with you. You guys have like a friendship, and then you start to kind of like see them in a different way, and it's like, oh, I would never go for you, physically, but like you cool. Like I actually like you. You know what I mean? Like
I hear you.
what is that? Would you bypass someone who you may not be that may not be your type physically, but like after a while you start to draw more attracted to them, not necessarily because of how they look.
I feel like that is a thing. I feel like for me that has never presented itself though.
Babe.
No, I'm just saying it hasn't presented itself.
So
I
you've never grown more attracted to someone that you were at first not attracted to.
Not that I can recall. No, I'm trying to think.
Oh
Like
my
not that I
gosh.
can. No, not that I can recall. Like
Interesting.
yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, no.
Okay. I
What
mean,
have
that's
you?
fair. Have I? I feel like, yeah, I feel like I
I
have.
feel like that's it's kind of like
It's more I feel like it's more common for a girl though.
yeah, probably so. I feel like I'm a whole package type of person, but
Like it's all or nothing basically.
yeah, kind of sort of yeah, basically.
Don't you feel like that's a
I
slippery slope?
I feel like that's shallow.
You do?
I mean,
Why?
I mean I don't, but I do in terms of like maybe how it's being heard. Like
Okay.
I don't think that I don't know how to clarify what I mean by that. Basically, like I feel like
If
if
some
if I see a pretty girl, right? I told you for me that would be step one. Step two is like, okay, how can I get her to see me or notice her or she notice that I see her, something like that. That's step two. Step three is I'm trying to find a way to talk to this girl, right? After that, it's either she got the rest or she don't. I don't care what she look like after that, because it's either you can keep me in the door or you can't.
right. So you're saying it starts at physical attraction, but that's obviously not the only
Yeah,
thing
that's not the
that
end
you're
all.
looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. So after the physical attraction, then what? What are you looking for? Like what keeps you in the door?
Personality, attitude for sure. Family, idea of life, like how you look at or react to certain things.
Mhm.
You know, I guess those from a general standpoint. That
Okay.
yeah. What about you?
um I do feel like physical attraction is the first thing. I feel like when people say that it's not, it's just kind of like
I feel like that's cat, but
odd. Yeah, it's just weird because you have nothing else to go off of, like you said.
yeah, like
So it's like that is step one. What I feel like it is possible and for a lot of people more probable for you to draw more attract or become more attracted to someone. Yes, I think that is very possible because I do oftentimes think that people overlook good people just because they don't fit into the type that they think they have for themselves. I don't
yeah,
think it's impossible for you to find someone who is the entire package, but I personally think that that's a slippery slope. And I feel like physical attributes can be something that,
now you can be blinded by that.
yeah, you can either be blinded by it, or I feel like that's something that you can kind of be like, okay, maybe he's not like chocolate like I typically go for, but like it's cool. You know what I'm
No, if
saying?
we're
Like I'm
talking
still
about
attracted to this person.
no, I don't think I've ever had like a.
Like, do you feel so set on a physical type?
I mean, you said something like chocolate. In terms of skin complexion, I feel like some could say that I have a type, but then my girl Kelly Rowland been around for a long
Oh
time, so
Lord.
um,
We watched that terrible movie.
she kept me through
She
it
was
all.
very blind to her
Yeah, no,
husband or
I,
whoever he was.
I think I don't know. I think I would say I have a type, but I don't think that something like a skin complexion would turn me away though,
Right.
because I've been attracted to kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Um so for me, I I would say okay, it goes physical attraction is step 1. Do
yeah.
I think it's the most important? No. I don't personally think that that's like the most important thing that would keep
I'll just say
me.
that's what opens the door.
Yes,
Like that's
I
gets you in
do
that
think
door.
it opens the door.
Yeah.
And then I feel like chemistry is
Oh yeah, chemistry. Now I feel like
the
that's like the
second
main
thing
thing. Yeah.
because if I think you're a great person, like I have talked to some great guys, but the chemistry is just not there. It's just it's something where you're just like something is just off about you, or not even just you. It's just us. Like
Like we ain't
I
hitting.
can't see this really going anywhere, and you seem to check the boxes. It's just this X factor that's not there.
Yeah.
So I feel like chemistry, and I think chemistry can overrule physical attraction because in some circumstances, because like I would be more open to dating someone who I have a lot of chemistry with, but maybe on a physical scale I'm like, you're like a 6 or 7, like you're teetering the middle ground, but the chemistry is there, like you have some standout trait that I can deal with physically, like maybe you're very muscular but like your face card ain't like all the way there, or like you know what I'm
But I feel
saying?
like girls can. I feel like
I
girls.
feel like it's a give or take.
With girls,
Some
is a lot of give or
like
take.
some stuff I can let go of physically.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Let go. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think that I will say this. I'm over here like thinking back on like just coming up. I do feel as though because I said I haven't necessarily I can't relate to like someone I wasn't attracted to, but growing to like them.
Mm-hmm.
But I have had someone that I've been attracted to, and like they've been dope. But it's just something that I think it might be chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think we just cool enough, but it's not enough for me to be like yeah. Because I've never been the one to just pull the trigger on any and every girl. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess in a way I get it, but it's still like I think for me it would take a lot for me to be like, yeah, for sure. Let me try this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's understandable. And I think it's not fair to call someone shallow for wanting that physical attraction, because at the end of the day, like if you have that and you have all of the other things, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like that's what we all want. And I think it's not fair. Like even on Love is Blind, he kept saying it's not about what is his name? Is his name Jimmy? I think
the
so.
names I can't tell.
Whoever's with Chelsea, the one who
The Megan Fox girl?
Yeah. So I think that he keeps saying, it's not about attraction, but to me that just
You're
broadcast
saying
that you're not attracted to her.
Yeah.
And it's nothing wrong with everyone's not going to be attracted to everyone, and that's why we're all different,
Yeah.
Now, we also me watched the 50-part Reesa Teesa series on TikTok, and she was blind, but in a whole different kind of way. Now, what do you think? You'd rather be blind to what somebody look like or blind to who somebody actually is? Like that, she was literally blind to so many red flags, like blind to just who he actually was. And if you don't know what we're talking about, it's a 50-part TikTok series of a woman named Reesa Teesa who is sharing how she met, married, and divorced a pathological liar in about a year and a half. And it took the internet by storm. And it was the most tumultuous story ever.
I think people struggle with like the red flags that are there. Like I feel like sometimes something may seem so good that you just ignore everything else that is presenting it. If you have an inkling of something, then that should tell you that no, this isn't right.
And you know what the first thing she said was, I think one of the first things she said was that she was physically attracted to him. Like he was good looking. They had matched on a dating website. He was good looking and he got her. He got her in the beginning because her tire blew, which was probably the Lord telling her, don't even go on this date. I'm trying to save you from this man, but whatever. Her tire blew. He met her at the gas station, took her to the tire shop, bought her tire, paid for it to get installed, and still paid for their date.
Yeah,
So at that point, you are blind because as a woman, you're like, oh my God, he's like, first of all, he's attractive, but on top of that, this is a good man, Savannah. He is a good man.
he knocked it out the park.
He did on the first impression.
Yeah.
So that impression is so
I think the first
lasting that
impression
it can just completely blind you from so many red flags that are to come later on.
I think the first impression can absolutely
make or break.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's the only impression because there are some people who, like I feel like with us, we had a first impression that did last forever. Like we didn't even date for 4 years. Like we didn't date until 4 years later of knowing each other.
Right.
But it was something so much there that it was like, oh yeah. Mm-hmm. At some point we knew it would happen. I'm pretty sure we both knew that would happen.
Yeah.
Like it kept proving itself over and over and over again.
But how do you realize whether you are blindly loving somebody? Like, are there...
I personally think people are just not aware. I don't think it's a long, drawn-out answer. I think people just aren't aware. Like, they're not accustomed to being aware to surroundings, aware of the energy in the room, aware of who's who. Like, I think awareness is it's lacking in a lot of us.
Yeah.
Like and some people want love so bad that I'm willing to skip all the red flags.
And that's what she said.
Even if I see them.
That's what she said.
Like, you want it that bad.
I wanted it to be my turn so bad. Like, you see your girlfriends who are, like, getting engaged, getting married, But, honestly, being married to the wrong person is, like, hell on earth, I'm sure. Like, I can't imagine living day in, day out with somebody that I am not aligned with. And to just be that desperate for the moment or the idea of a wedding or of being married and what that looks like in your head versus who you're with in reality are two different things.
That's why I always tell you, like, I feel like we are told for so long, hey, you need to get married. The goal is to get married. The goal is not to understand, learn, know someone first. The goal is typically just get married. Mm-hmm. Everything else will come after. If that ain't the most wrong thing I've ever heard, like, that's basically like what a lot of us are told. Like, yeah, go get married. You will figure it out later.
Yeah.
Why not figure it out first, then get married? Now, you understand the person you're with, and I'm not saying that you don't continue to grow, but now you have the ability to grow because now you're not against the other. Like, y'all are not like this. Y'all are just going in a straight line. So you're not trying to figure out who this person is. Like, by the time you get married, by the time you agree to get married, or you say yes, or you're proposing, or whatever, like, I feel as though you should already know who this person is.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be guessing going in, because a lot of people, I think, are still guessing. Like, you're still going through, like, trial and error on, like, wait, you do that? Or, wow, I didn't realize you thought like that. Or, I didn't know you would react like this.
Exactly.
Like, I thought you were sweet. I didn't know you had this side in you.
Yeah.
Not to say any of those things are a problem, but they could be a problem depending on who you married.
Yeah.
So...
And it's impossible to know everything about someone before you get married, but you can sure as heck know a good amount, enough to gauge whether or not you should marry them.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's kind of like going into a test and just not studying and expecting to pass. Like,
exactly.
You can study all you want, and you still might get a couple questions wrong.
Me.
But you still gonna pass the test, versus just going in like, I'm blind, I don't know, let me guess.
Yeah.
Like, the likelihood of you passing is so slim.
So what would be some of your red flags?
Oh, red flags. A red flag would be how someone treats their mom, a guy. That's definitely, I dated someone who just didn't respect his mother as much as I would have preferred. I'm like, you just said that to your mom? Like, I can't imagine how you will talk to me in the future if something happens. I don't want you to respect me more than you respect your mom. So that is a red flag. I would say someone who is arrogant is a red flag for me. I don't like. I'm just not into like
when you say
self-absorbed
arrogant,
people. You know, like not. I want you to be confident, but
that's what I
not
was asking.
arrogant.
Yeah.
To where like I can't get a word in. I
Right.
can't like you think you're always right. Have this very alpha male type of vibe. Like I want to
Alpha
know.
male, that's a bad thing. What do
Okay,
you mean
maybe
by
not alpha male. What defines alpha male?
I just
Is
think
that
that's
just like a
like
manly man?
yeah, I think you stand on you stand on business. Like,
Okay,
for
maybe not alpha male. Maybe that's the wrong word. But I'm saying like someone who's I guess kind of controlling. Like they think that this is what I say, so this is how it should go.
Yeah, that's not alpha male.
I don't like that.
At least my definition for alpha male is like you secure with who you are.
Oh, okay. Well, then I like the
amongst
alpha
other
male.
men
Then.
and other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I always thought alpha male
but
was
you are
like,
a leader of your situation and of your life.
Okay. Well, then that's fine. You can be alpha male. I this is kind of hard because a red flag is also somebody who doesn't prioritize me, like someone who puts everything else before me.
Okay.
That's a red flag. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there can be a lot of situational red flags. Like if I notice that someone is consuming alcohol or those types of like alcohol, drugs, anything like that, like more than I would be okay with, like that's a red flag for me.
Like abusing it.
Yes, abusing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are like the big ones.
Okay.
Overall, just like any indicator of disrespect
it's a no-go.
Is a no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. What are yours?
Attitude.
Okay.
Attitude for sure. I'm just not like I hate drama. I've never been attracted to I feel like you can't say females now, so I'm just gonna say women. I've never been attracted to women who just love drama. So attitude, I guess that all falls under attitude to me. Another red flag. Dang, this is kind of hard. I never really thought about it.
Yeah,
I don't even know why
it's kind of a general question.
Yeah. Someone who is not more consumed more consumed in us than they are with themselves in terms of like a goal, like in terms of where they want to be in life to even get to the point of y'all for real. So,
you don't want a girl who's like extra obsessed with your relationship. Like you want her to still have her
like
own,
be your own person.
Yeah. Okay.
Dang.
I feel like red flags are very situational. Like you go through a situation, you're like, that didn't seem right. Like that's a red flag, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes like they can be these general things, but I think also they show themselves in actual like situations too.
I guess it's kind of hard to say because like you said, I think it is situational. I think you do learn through situations. Yeah. But I do feel like before I even started dating, I knew that I didn't want a drama girl because you can see that in school. I'm like, I'm not into that. I don't want you beefing with no other girls. You ain't about to beef with me because I'm gone. So that ain't even an option for real. You know.
Right.
Family, because I'm used to like a close family, you got to be close to your family too. Mm-hmm. So if you're not, that's a red flag to me. And I've obviously had a situation where it just wasn't the same. I thought it was something that it turned out not to be.
Right.
And I was like, hey, gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say those are my like main two because I can't. We'll sit here and talk all day about red flags.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a good list.
I feel like because now like we're married, so I don't have any.
But some of these things we were to each other. Like we had some of those red flags for each other, but
yeah,
the difference is I think the chemistry was there, the physical attraction was there, and a lot of the, I guess, green flags were kind of offsetting the red flags in the sense that we were both willing to.
I think had we
adjust.
I think had we I think if I didn't say all the stuff I've already said so far in this episode, I think if I had not said those things and I ignored those and I did date you, that we probably would not be here today.
Wait, if you didn't say all what things? You
Like
said a lot.
like not basically like when we first met, obviously the chemistry was there, like we were vibing.
Mm-hmm.
But then one, I wasn't in a space to just like actually date you because first of all, I didn't even know how to date for real. It's kind of like, dang, I just found this girl, and like, no, this seems like a true fairy tale, like for real. So I'm like, I really don't know what I'm doing. But then also, you're like, well, I want him. So basically, what are you doing? And I think the pressure that you added was, I'm like, I don't care about that. Basically, like you're not about to force me into something that I don't
I'm
even
not
know what
ready
I'm.
for.
Yeah, I don't even know what to do with this. So, um, you know, so yeah, I think when we were dating, like, and we were like in the era of dating, just even other people, I do feel like there are certain things that prove themselves. You may not realize going in that, oh, this is guaranteed a red flag, but some people can show you that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think based on how you're like raised, like I said, family for both of us is a big thing, and we both have some type of degree of like you have to be a family type of person.
Right.
You have to be somewhat of a close knit family person, because that almost guarantees like the family that you all are going to create.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like if we had a baby, but then I feel uncomfortable with my baby going to your parents, then that's a problem.
That is.
You know what I'm saying? So like I never wanted to be in a situation to where like, dang, I really like this girl, but I don't trust your family like that.
Yeah.
So
You said something where it's like all or nothing, basically. So if somebody was like 98% of what you wanted and they were missing 2%, you're not going to marry them.
no.
Dang. So I must have been like 150%. I must have been like 200.
You were just 100%.
Babe.
No.
That is terrible.
No. You were 100%.
I like to exceed.
You exceeded for sure. That's
just meeting the requirement.
What you
That's just making it.
What you want, the 5.0?
Huh?
You want the 5.0, not the 4.0?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing. But no, I feel like I know you met all the requirements. And I say that because we went such a long time like without dating. And in that time, we kept getting to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Even with us talking to other people, like we kept getting to know each other. Like if you were dating, then we probably didn't talk. If I was dating, we didn't talk as much. The moment one of us was broke up somewhere, we was like this. So
yeah.
I felt like over those years, it just kept getting better.
Yeah.
So by the time for me, dang. I feel like by the time for me to be in the beginning of a grown man, because even then I wouldn't even say I was like a grown adult man yet. But I feel like getting to that point, I was like, you know what? No, this girl been right here this whole time. And I've been, instead of ignoring the red flags, I've been ignoring the green flags.
That was good.
So yeah, I think that's, I think for me that was mainly what it was. I realized that I had ignored a lot of the green flags, and because I wasn't ready, I was making up some of the red flags, all while you did offer some red flags that I also realized that you were only doing that because you just wasn't getting what you
right.
And I kind of like some people who don't get what they want do act out, but I wouldn't say you were acting out. You were just so like I kind of felt you were like what is it basically?
Yeah, I'm
and
like, why? What is it? Is it me? Like,
Yeah,
what
so-
am I doing wrong?
Yeah, I kind of felt that after a while, and then
Yeah.
you said that, and I was like, oh, okay, basically.
Yeah.
So
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Yeah, I to sum it up, I would say physical attraction is definitely necessary, and though looks may fade over time, whatever that means, like you change over time.
yeah,
I still think that it's possible to still grow an attraction, and even like as a woman doing things like wearing things that you're attracted to, or making sure my hair is done, or doing like, just trying to make sure that that is a priority for me as well, so that that
Yeah.
I'm making it a priority, because I know that
Yes.
that's something that you value. Now
But
I
I
know
mean,
some people don't. Some people really don't care. Like they just bush out and and do, and just free will, willy nilly, and that's cool too if that's what you like and that's what your man like or whatever.
yeah, you like what you
But
like.
yeah, you like what you like. As long as you attracted to it, then cool.
I'm also just not in the business of trying to convince somebody else what they should be attracted to either.
Yeah,
Because like, hey, you like her? Cool, great.
right. You like it, I love
I
it.
love it.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, anyway, Cameron thinks this episode was all over the place, but let us know
Well,
what you
I don't know
think.
if it's all over the place. I think I'm just trying to. I think it made me think too much.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, dang, like what is the red flags? What are the green flags?
Yeah.
I know them, but it's like I'm trying to think from back 10 years ago, like trying to put myself in that place. Because right now I'm not even in the headspace to even think of a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt like if you,
because I'm so green.
yeah, like this wall. No, I felt like for real. I felt like if you start to act different, then my alert would go up. But like I feel like you only keep getting better. So,
oh, thanks, babe.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You too.
You
You
know?
just keep getting better. We just keep getting better with time, babe.
Yeah, for real. I think that I don't know. I kind of always go back to when we first met, how crazy that was.
Mm-hmm.
No, when we first went on our first date, like that was insane. And for me, that was my real first date.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had been out, I think once or twice before, but that was like I met up at the movies.
Yeah.
With a whole bunch of other people.
This was my first time being picked up by a boy. My ex didn't have a car, so my parents had to take us on all of our dates. And then as soon as he got a car, we broke up.
That's jacked up.
And then Cameron came along with his little Honda Accord or whatever. Civic.
Yeah, I had a few Hondas.
I was like, "Ooh, this is nice.
Smell good.
Don't smell like roaches or nothing."
Smell like roaches is crazy.
That's what the
roaches
Tiffany.
smell like?
That's what the Tiffany Haddish sound. The audio says.
What?
From Girls Trip. When she be like, "It don't smell like roaches in here or nothing."
That's crazy.
But yeah, and then Cameron couldn't stop kissing me. And we went to go see Hall Pass on our first date, which was a horrible choice. Horrible.
It was hilarious though.
Yeah, but terrible first date movie. Terrible.
I mean,
yes, from a moral standpoint.
yeah. Honestly, I don't even know if we knew what we were going to see.
Yeah.
Like, I think we were both shocked by the actual movie. One, I wasn't a movie goer. I know you went to the movies, but I don't, like, even now, you'd be like, you want to go see this? I'm like, okay, what is it about?
Yeah.
Because I don't even care enough to go look up I just know it said it was going to be funny. It was comedy.
Yeah. But,
And then after that movie, test them lips out. And it was,
oh, Lord. Yes. I was like, this man.
I had to see if it was, right.
Mm.
Yeah, it was right. It was in the
was
car
right.
for a minute.
We here. So I know it's right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, we hope so too. 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So like, subscribe, all those good things. I freaking left these Invisalign in.
I know. I was wondering why you didn't take them out.
By the time I thought about it, we were like 20 minutes in.
Okay,
so,
it's fine. You don't sound too lispy.
I don't. No. All right, cool. I feel like I do. It's like the trays hit your lips, which make you lisp. I guess it's like weird, but yeah. If you rock with me, you rock with us. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.